Hello and good morning. Today, Friday morning. It's another beautiful Friday, and I'm sure as every one of us is going out on our day-to-day activities, we'll probably know that there's so much to give thanks to. A lot of us must have known that last week up to now, so many things must have happened around you. So there's a reason to give praises, because at the end of the day, as long as you're still healthy, you're still alive, there will be so much opportunity that will come your way. But these opportunities don't just come to you without you striving hard, working hard, to make sure you achieve your goals, your desire, and exactly what you want in life. You could sit down at the back of your, what's it called? You could sit down in terms of not doing anything, to make it who you want to be. You cannot be somebody else, but you can you can copy, what somebody is doing, and you could add value, to what you might be doing as well. My name, as usual, is Olayomi Koiki, and this weekend we'll be bringing you quite a lot of activities. This weekend there's a food festival happening here in London. On Sunday I'll be covering that live on Facebook, and tomorrow there's also a program happening, discussing mental health. There's two different events happening tomorrow. Check my Facebook page wall, and you'll be able to get all the details in terms of this program. Also, as you can see from my headline, it's all happening, the bank holiday, the 27th, the 28th, Democracy Bumper Sale. It's happening at the Sky Bank, opposite CMD Road, Magodo, Lagos. If you like to get a store, you could get me on my inbox, and I'll be able to give you the details in terms of, if you like to, put out your output, your growth. The most important thing you've got to remember is I've just got a free coffee this morning. Sometimes, you might get a flyer. There's no reason for you rejecting those flyers. I do understand that, in some places back, in a different part of the world, it might mean different things. But right here in UK, if you're given something, it is important to have a look at it, because there's always information around it. While picking up that flyer, I was able to find out that there's another location where you might be able to just sit down and relax. Thank you very much, Jagomolu, from Scotland. I was watching you yesterday. It is very important, your message that, there's hardly any library anywhere in Nigeria. This is something that we still have to work on, because the most important thing is information is key. I'm going to switch the camera a little bit, and you'll be able to see Waterstone. As you can see there, that is a bookshop. It is important, that we all know that, for 50 billion. I was watching the channel's news last night, and 50 billion was the only amount of money, that was for the capital spending on education. And you wonder, are we really serious as a country? Because if we're putting in 50 billion naira to 180 million people, then it looks like we're not getting our priority right. We want to get people out of poverty. Education is most important thing to get people out of poverty as well. Because if people are not well equipped, I could talk to you directly because I have access to the internet. Not that I'm getting it for free, but the government have been able to speak to the to those supplying this internet to bring the price down, so that it's much easy, for me to be able to buy data and speak to you live on Facebook. A lot of people in Nigeria, in other part of African country, would like to do the same thing as well. But the problem is, it's very difficult if your data tariff is quite very, very high. I could remember about 10 years ago, it was very expensive, for you to, to even make a call back to Nigeria. But thank God with the social media now, it's so easy for us to connect with each other in terms of what we do. But the government still have a lot to do. 50 billion for me, is nothing. compared to, what we could have spent, to elevate a lot of people, putting that resources out there, it is very important. So, I mean, if 50 billion is what, the government thinks it's okay now, well, I'm sure maybe the next budget might be much better, 200 billion, but we will get there. But the most important message this morning is, you must, speak to yourself, to know what you want. If you don't speak to yourself, sometimes, you get carried away with what you do. But it is, thank you very much, my sister there. I've been following you. If you need any birthday party, Happy Days is the most important organization that you should be calling this summertime. Yes, I see a lot of people doing so many things, and I'm so pleased to share your content, because that is the only way we can grow as a community. So if you're looking to have a birthday party this weekend or whenever, get in touch with Happy Days. They'll be ready to entertain the kids and the adults, to your budget. Going back again, bumper sale is coming up. Democracy bumper sale is coming up in Magodo, in conjunction with Domino Pizza and Cold Stone. If you think you have something to sell, this is the right channel for you to bring your goods out. We keep saying that there's so many opportunity. We can only bring you all this opportunity, but it is up to you as an individual. I mean, yes, if you think you want to be having your stall, at Magodo on the 27th, it's a 3 days event. Imagine the traffic that will be passing through that, so it is very important. Get in touch with me so that we can quickly get you on board, so that you can have your stall. Whatever you're displaying, whether you're selling the goods or you're trying to advertise your business, it is very